What's up, y'all? Today I'm going to be talking about 5 of my favorite creators of 2025 to help improve your videography, filmmaking, or photography. Now, just to be clear, these 5 creators I do not know personally. I just stumbled upon their pages one day, followed them, and gained a lot of inspiration from the videos and the photos I've seen them put out, YouTube videos, everything that they've done, I've gained inspiration from. And if I didn't follow them, I don't think my work would be as good today. Now, you might be thinking to yourself that you don't want to copy someone else's work, but it is believed to have been said by Pablo Picasso that good artists copy, and great artists steal. And there's definitely filmmakers out there that have made careers out of copying other artists' work, such as Quentin Tarantino. In a lot of his films, he steals a lot of different shots and motifs that he's put into his movies, and he's made a career out of that. And I've definitely heard from other creators talking about this same saying, and it's definitely okay because that's just how art goes in this field. And when it comes to these creators, I've definitely taken a lot of inspiration from their videos, whether it's a song, a style of an edit, and I've implemented it into my work. So I guess I just hope it comes off as a form of flattery if any of them happen to see this, because I just want it to be known that these 5 people are very good at what they do, and it can definitely improve your creativity. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot more out there than just these 5 creators, but I believe their work has definitely inspired me, and I want you to know about it. So the first person I want to talk about is Botti, or at least I think that's how you say his last name. He's a videographer, editor, and I saw his Nike video this summer that he made for the Olympics, and it was just absolutely cracked, and it's just like insane. It's absolutely just crazy, the editing that this guy does. So I've taken a lot of inspiration from his editing and been able to put that in kind of some of my videos. And from what I've seen and from following him, it looks like he works with crews a lot, like VFX, other editors, other shooters, which is super cool. I think my favorite thing that he's done is this Celsius commercial, ad, promo, whatever you want to call it. And the editing is just, I just don't understand. And he's doing, like, I feel like the running joke in his comment section is that he turns everything around extremely fast. 7 sources of media, 5-man crew, 5-hour event. I mean, look at everyone just saying how good it is. Like, you have to tap into this man. So here, under 30 hours from the event, he turned this edit around, which is just absolutely crazy. I mean, he's a great shooter, but I think his editing is just top tier. You can't even see my hand, that's how good it is. Follow him if you want some good editing tips, inspiration, creativity. Now, another videographer editor I follow, who I've been following probably the most out of all 5 of these people, is Gishoeski, and I like him just because his name's Grant. No, just kidding. But it's unbelievable how much sports this guy does, and just following him over a decent period of time, I think maybe 2 years, the videos that he puts out and all the stuff he covers, NFL, college football, college basketball, NBA, like anything sports you can think that you can cover, this guy has covered it. And what's awesome about Grant is that he keeps up with trends. Like, he's got this Lego video that absolutely went viral. 5 million views, 417,000 likes, and because he was innovating with Blender, he used the Lego thing, which as far as I know, when that video came out, wasn't like a super popular thing, and then people kind of hopped on the Lego Blender bandwagon. But this was a super big trend, this sound, when it came out, and he turned it into a Lego version, and the video absolutely popped off. So he makes a lot of sweet videos. I think my favorite video, and I literally stole the song from this video for one of my own videos before. This video he just absolutely cooked. And it's got Caleb Williams in it, so it goes hard. But just being able to film this stuff that he does is just crazy. And he shoots on an FX6, which is the main reason why I would want an FX6, because everything he shoots looks great, and he shoots on that. So this is one of my favorite videos that he's put out, and I always go back to it just because of how clean it looks. So yeah, follow Grant if you're big into sports, because he shoots a lot of great sports stuff, and everything he does comes out great. Now we're gonna talk a little bit about the photography side of things. This is someone I followed, probably the newest out of almost anyone creative that I've followed recently, and that's Carly. I believe she's a Nashville photographer, and she has her own studio in her house, I believe. And she's like fairly new into getting into photography or pursuing it full time just by following her. That's what I've put together, I believe. And so like everything she does from home because she has a studio at home, which is super smart, and just being able to do everything out of your house, I feel like is super genius. So yeah, built a photo studio in her house, like that's genius. And just being able to follow someone who's kind of starting out, you're always gonna be able to see what they're doing, and especially like her, she's very active on social media, so you're constantly seeing what she's doing. She's posting on Instagram, posting on her stories, and so you're gonna see what she's doing and how she's figuring it out because she's starting out. And by the looks of it, I mean, like, her stuff looks awesome, and you'll definitely get some inspiration from the actual creative that she puts out, but you'll also be able to follow her because she's somewhat new to doing what she's doing. And so being able to just follow alongside someone, you're gonna learn a lot. And by everything I'm saying, I don't know how long she's been a photographer. I just, by the looks of it and the sounds of being a follower, it seems like she just started out. But by looking at all of her work, you would not be able to tell that she's been doing this for a short period of time. Her photos look great, and everything she puts out looks extremely professional, and it looks like she's been doing it for a long time. Going back to videography, now we're looking at Harrison Green. He's a videographer, and he's kind of more on the commercial sides of things from most of the stuff he posts. And I think I came across him swiping through Instagram Reels or TikTok, and he was doing a spec ad for Poppy or a spec ad for something. He was able to land that brand as a client, which is crazy. Just by doing a spec ad, putting something together, making it look great, and then boom, that client is now paying him. So he made this cool spec ad brand campaign for Poppy, and then Poppy, I believe, is now one of his clients, which is just crazy. I mean, also just looking at this video, it's crazy to see that if you're able to put in the work and just go all in, like, it's gonna work out. Like, he's got a lot of followers now, and I feel like this has been in a short period of time from what I know, but like the stuff that he puts out is just absolutely amazing. I think this is one of my favorite videos that he's made. Just the shots and the way it looks by being dynamic. So you're able to gather so much from this, and you definitely will want to follow him to get some inspiration. Dude, like, look at that. Like, that's the movement. Like, look at that. That running shot is so cool. I don't know if they rigged the camera to that hand. That was crazy, those goosebumps. Like, the movement in that is just amazing. And that takes a lot of planning. Like, being able to put together a video like that with all those transitions of like movement, I'm sure they did a good amount of pre-production to be able to be like, okay, this shot's gonna go from here to there. And so being able to put a plan in place for your shoot and then execute it in the edit is always gonna make your stuff 100 times better. Lastly, we're gonna talk about Patrick Tomasso. He's a filmmaker, and he makes a lot of great video essays on filmmaking. One of my most favorite videos that he's put out, which would have been probably a couple years ago, was "The Batman is so beautiful." We don't want ads, we don't want ads. Why the Batman is so beautiful, a cinematography video essay. 2.1 million views, 104,000 likes. This video is awesome. Basically, what Patrick is amazing at doing is doing video essays about filmmaking, movies, and usually in his videos, he's gonna implement that technique, style, whatever he's talking about in his video. At the end, he's gonna put it to the test in his own videos. Like recently, he just put out a video about Steven Soderbergh shot Presence. It was on an extremely wide lens, shot on a DSLR, on a gimbal. And so he's talking about it, but at the end, he does his own version of this. He puts a wide lens on his camera, on a gimbal, and he just goes around having fun, testing it out, and then he just has some fun with it, making it his own little thing. So in a lot of his videos, that's what he does. He tests out techniques, puts them to use, and that's extremely helpful for being able to learn and enforcing the fact that you can do it as well. So I really hope you took away something from these 5 creators. And like I said earlier, these aren't the only 5 people that you're able to get inspiration from out there. There's so many creators doing amazing work, and I'm sure there's so many I could have brought up to help fuel your inspiration or creative mind, but I think these 5 creators stand out in my mind and will definitely help you, whether it's editing, videography, filmmaking. Go check out their stuff, and I hope if any of them happen to see this, definitely take it as a form of flattery because they do amazing work. So if you're looking for more videography, filmmaking tips in the future, subscribe to my channel and like if you thought the video was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.